back with another video today, and I am currently about to do my Sunday routine that I usually do on Sundays, which is market structure and also just some basic analysis. So I don't actually trade a lot of pairs, guys. Whether you're a forex beginner or if you trade smart money concepts, I don't trade a lot of pairs. I don't know if you do. So I have about 4 pairs of forex, and I have 2 other pairs, and I do that on purpose because when I have too many pairs on your watch list, it can make it hard. Because if you look on the news, for example, like if we go right here and we look on the news, for example, we can see right here that if you look below where my face is, you can see right here that it's showing you the news that's coming out for each currency. So Japan, Australia, Korea, if you trade that, Australia, blah blah. And what I want you guys to realize is if you're trading smart money concepts, you want to be aware of the news, because the news is what creates the trading opportunities. You guys are all trading, and everybody's trading with the smart money concepts. So what we need to do, guys, is we need to come, before we even get on the charts, Sunday, write this down. You do your market structure and you clear your charts so you don't get analysis. So you don't get analysis paralysis. Okay? And hold on a second. I think I just fucked this recording up. I want to make sure something. I just checked the recording, everything was good, so I had to cut off the clip for a second. So basically, guys, what you're going to do is the only news that we're looking for, and let me explain why we're looking for news again. We're looking for news to simply give us an opportunity to find a smart money concept trade for volatility, because the news creates volume and volatility, and volume and volatility is what creates the market, is what moves the market. When you're trading other stuff, when you're trading regular news and stuff, the market takes longer to move and it just goes sideways because retailers that don't have a lot of capital, that can't control the market, are in the market, and so the market won't move a lot. But when smart money, that's the whole point of smart money concepts, SMC concepts, when they're in the market, they will a lot of times they're in the market when the news is out. So right now, the only news that should matter to you on these sites, FOREX Factory or whatever site you're using, is the high impact and medium news. Okay, and that's it. So yeah, so once you have that, you want to just go back here, and then let's say, like for today, 2 hours until Australia, we have Australia news, 3 hours until Japan news. So the pairs I'm looking for, and I'm going to do analysis right now, are going to be for Japan and Australia. So right now, if you look to the left of, if you're watching this in a reel, it's different, but if you look to the left, sorry, the right, on my watch list, I'm actually going to only select the pairs that are relevant, that are moving, because there's news. When you don't know what you're doing, you're just looking at pairs. You don't know what you're trading. You don't know what the news is doing. This is why the news is important, because the news is showing us what to trade, and it's basically our trading opportunities. And so right now, I know I said that a lot, but I like to repeat myself so you can really understand. But Japan I have here first. We're going to look at Japan, and we're also going to look at Australia, right? Because we know that Australia is coming out. So what we're going to do is look at these 2 pairs first, and then we can look at like the Bitcoin and the NAS on another video. But right now, I'm going to look at Japan. So if we look at Japan right now, guys, what do we notice? What do we notice? We notice that on a overall on the weekly, we're in an uptrend. So the long term Japan is going in an uptrend. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be marking out the structure here on the weekly. And I don't usually do this, but I'm doing this to show you guys a point. And so if you look on the bottom of the screen, do you guys notice that green and red, those volume bars? So if you noticed how the green volume is getting larger than the red, look at how that's our confluence. Now look at how that is a reflection of price. Now if you look at actual price action of the candlesticks, the market is going up. So this volume is literally basically a confluence that's showing you, yes, your trend is indeed correct in the moment. So right now, since we're on a long-term chart, what I'm going to do, our structure is we need to mark our highs and lows. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tool and I'm going to mark the recent highs and lows. So we have a high here, we have a low here, and we have a low here, and we have a high here. And so if you notice, the market is indeed our structure is up structure. We're bullish right now. And we also have a low back here that even confirms that. So in total, we have 4 pieces of structure, 4 to 5 pieces of structure are what you're going to want to have. So right now, I usually do the 1 hour is a good time frame for beginners when you're trading at smart money concepts or when you're trading Forex. And what you want to do is on the 1 hour, you want to zoom all the way out. And on the 1 hour on this pair, on specifically on Japan, the 1 hour, Japan is a slow moving pair, so the 1 hour moves real slow. And so Japan, you want to start from structure anywhere from the 5-minute chart to the 15 to the 1 hour. So the 5-minute chart, write that down. So write this down, guys. If you're watching this on a real YouTube, when you're trading Japan, what you want to do is Japan moves slow. So you need to be looking at market structure on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour, blah, blah. And the reason it's important to know this is why it's important to know your pairs. So you know what you're doing and you can be more profitable. So right now, Japan is bullish right now. And we are going to, I'm just going to get, yeah, there we go. The reason I'm leaving my face in the middle of the screen is because when I make the reels later, it's going to be in the center, and it will take the clip from the center. And so right now we're going to mark our structure. So right now I have the tool here, and it's right here. So we have our high here. We have a low here. We have a high, previous high here, and we have a previous low. Okay? Or I'll just write that one. Okay, I don't want to confuse you guys. So look at the number of pieces of structure that I have minus the one I just dragged off the screen. So right now we know we're in a bullish trend and on Japan. And so if I know I'm trading in a bullish trend, I'm probably going to want to buy the dip, right? Because people say buy the dip and sell high. Now that does work. Now the reason why people can't make money off of that is because you need to buy the correct dips and the correct and sell the correct highs. And so right now, since I'm buying, I want to get this tool called the Ganbox tool to divide the top part of the range and the bottom part. And the reason we need to divide the top and bottom part is because when you're in a bullish trend, write this down. When you're in a bullish trend, you want to buy at the bottom when you're at the bottom of your market structure. And when you're in a bearish trend, you want to sell at the top. So these areas, the top and bottom, can be known as premium and discount. When you're buying an asset in the market, no matter with stocks or Forex, you want to be buying something at a discount price rather than a premium price. Premium prices are when prices are expensive, when prices are higher, and when the market's high. Discount prices are when the market is at a low. So you're buying something at a discount. You're buying a dip. Now this is really helpful. Write this down, guys. So right now, this is called the Ganbox tool. You can find it on TradingView. And what I'm going to do is, you see how it has 3 green lines? Look at the bottom shaded area of what I just drew. The bottom shaded area represents our discount zone. And our discount zone is where we're looking for trades and areas to buy. And also, you can either look for areas under the discount, in the discount zone, or directly at that 0.5 line that I just pointed the arrow to right there. Okay, so you can trade directly there if your trade stub is there. And so yeah, so the first thing you want to do is market structure. And then the second thing you guys want to do is, once you identify your market structure, you need to do what I just did and determine where you're buying. What are you looking for? What you need to determine, write this down. Number 1, market structure. Number 2, determine what am I looking for and where am I looking for it. So what are we looking, where are we, let's start with where are we looking for, because we know, okay, my market structure is bullish. So if I want to trade, all I need to know right now is that I need to buy at a cheap price, because price is at the top of the range. I need price to come down to the bottom of the range. And the range, what the range is, guys, the range is the 2 pieces of structure, your 2 current pieces of structure. So your 2 latest pieces of structure. So the pieces of structure that are the latest that I drew are this one, which is this high, and this one, which is this low here. And so these 2 are my latest pieces of structure. And so within that structure is a range. That those 2 pieces form a range. And if you notice here on the volume chart, and you look at the bottom, look at how the green volume is increasing and accelerating. And so that shows you volume simply shows you who's in control of the market. And so we know that the bulls are in control of the market. So what I'm going to do is I am going to wait for price to come down to this area before returning. And once price comes down to this area, if you don't understand where you're looking for, like you don't understand what to do when it gets down there and how you're supposed to get in trade, wait till it gets in the area. Okay, look at the screen. Wait till price enters this area, right? Let's say price drops and enters this area. Now what price is going to do is consolidate for a little bit. It's going to go sideways. You might see it not do anything. And what you're going to see is a breakout next. And a breakout, a BOS, a breakout structure, is essentially when price is reversing it from where it's previously been doing. So if previously it came down into my zone, the BOS is going to disrupt that trend, that mini trend. So the BOS would do something like this and go straight up. And what did that break on the way up? If you notice down, I'm drawing this line in a different color, or I'm going to try to. If you notice here, that blue line that I just drew, that was where our breakout structure happened, because price came down here to that level and then it accelerated upwards. And not only did it accelerate upwards, it accelerated upwards in with high volume. We had major movement. So it's pretty obvious. When retailers are in the market, you'll see tiny candles. When smart money, SMC, is in the market, you'll see big candles. So after that BOS, when price reverses and goes upwards, that should be your confirmation. So you should see imbalance gaps. And if you don't know what those are, you can watch my other videos. Imbalance gaps, areas where price will reverse from. Though these gaps and these gaps are created in the market when there's volatility and the market doesn't have time to correct itself, because a healthy market goes up, down, and when there's news and there's events in the real world that affect the market, sometimes there isn't time for that. So sometimes it'll just go straight down for a little while or straight up for a little while without going down. And that's the opportunities that we trade, because those straight down and up movements create supply and demand, create order blocks, gaps, all the stuff you've heard of that comes from essentially volatility and volume. And so right now, I'm not going to buy Japan. People are going to buy Japan that don't know what they're doing, because they're going to see that Japan is up right now. They're going to look at the watch list at the stocks and see Japan all green, the Forex market, and see Japan green. But right now, guess what? Right now, it's consolidating. Japan is consolidating and not moving anywhere, because if you look at the top right here, it's not going anywhere. It's just stuck in that little range right here, and that's why I'm not trading. So I can potentially get into trade on the way down to where I'm selling, to where I'm buying, but right now I'm not buying. So I'm just gonna wait and be patient. And since the Japan news is gonna happen in Tokyo session, this might be a slow way down. And so what I'm expecting is, in the next hour and a half, for Japan to break out of this consolidation, this gray box that I just drew at the top under my face right now on the recording, I'm expecting it to drop downwards, not only drop down a little bit, you're going to see aggressive black or bearish red candles go straight down, and then that's going to leave behind order blocks, fair value gaps, imbalance gaps, supply and demand zones, all the things you've heard of, that's going to come from that. And once that happens, you need to, you don't freak out and enter your trade right away just because you see it moving, because you'll lose positions like that. I'm sure you have. You want to wait for your confirmation. So you want to wait for the market to come back up before going back down. And so when it comes back up, it should be coming back up to an fair value gap, order block, imbalance gap, things like that. And these, what I just said, if you're confused, those are basically our areas to trade. Okay, that's just the specifics. I'm not talking about in this video, because this video is for structure. But yeah, I wanted to make this video quick. If you learned a lot, let me know. If you didn't, that's fine too. You can ask me questions. My Instagram is in the comments, or whatever you're watching this on YouTube. I hope this has helped you guys out. If you have any questions, just ask me. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a good week. Yeah, peace.